Hey, it's Soleil, and this is episode 290 of the Orange Pill Investor. Apparently, the sky is falling. So, I expected to do two videos today, but I was just going to do like a covered call video later. However, I got 20 minutes to shop on this fire sale, and it's pretty crazy just seeing in an hour like almost a third of your entire portfolio evaporate. Um, So little damage control, but also maybe a buying opportunity. I said this morning that every dip is a buying opportunity. So let's put that to the test, shall we? And I might even be able to get to close a covered call or two. I can't imagine I will get this good of a chance to close them. Like I'm still gonna get wrecked on these, I would assume, but I can't imagine that there will be a better, uh, buying opportunity or even buy to close than what I'm looking at here. So this 2026 one that I bought for 19 is already down to what is that, like 14? So I know I want another one of these. I'm already dollar cost averaging into this damn thing the same day I bought it. So that would, oh, see, account does not have sufficient buying power for this order due to concentration risk. That is interesting. So I ran into this problem before, so I might not even be able to buy. When I had this high of concentration of MicroStrategy in a single account, they did not want me to do this last time either. So even though my margin risk is very low, they do not like this concentration risk. So, do I buy a put? That might trick the algorithm to let me do something a little more dangerous. Let's just see what would happen if I try and get the cheapest ones. These are still going to be expensive as shit, right? Oh no, it's not. It's not bad. But really, what effect will this have? Yeah, that's not going to get me any buying power. Oh, wrong account. So, yeah, that's not worth much of anything. Especially since it's so far out. I wonder if that's part of the problem. Let's see. What if I get one? I gotta clear that. What if I get one for next week? Does this help? So I can spend $300 to get an extra 3,000 in buying power. So if I were to get a lot of these, I could get an extra 70 grand of buying power, but I don't know if that's going to help my concentration risk or not. Very interesting. So that is unfortunate. I think even if I peeled off this 7 grand for this Tesla, that's just going to make my concentration risk even worse potentially, and might not even help, but it would reduce my margin. Actually, you know what? Since I was discussing using this as kind of a pairs trade, I could sell the 100 shares that I bought, and that might give me enough buying power to buy back into some leaps. So let me give that a shot. So that's going to give me 20 grand. See if I get a fill on that. Okay. I got a fill there. That gives me 13 grand to play with. So let's see if they're going to let me buy this call that I want now. I've got 13 grand. So is it going to let me use margin or not? Sweet. All right, so I'm back. I'm actually using less margin than I was before. Let's see what happens if it'll let me get another one. Or is it going to tell me my concentration risk is too high? No. It seems like it wants to let me. So let me just make sure I'm not overpaying for this thing. Okay. That's weird. I'm pretty close to being right back where I started with my margin use. So apparently they will let me be longer on the calls. They're not worried about that concentration risk, letting me load up on leveraged positions, but not those 100 shares. So that's kind of weird. All right. However, I forgot about that. Before I bought that last one, I probably should have tried to close some of these. So this most recent call that I opened for December that I got paid $3,800 for, I can close that for profit. So it's only been open for 1 day, and I can close it for profit for what? 2,500. So I can keep approximately a third of that. So let's see if that goes through. All right, I have to pay a little bit more. Okay, that went through. So I was able to close that covered call. Now, I'm upside down on all of these. And what I had said previously is that I will probably just wait until expiration to deal with these. And if the price kept going up, that's exactly what I would do. But the price of these has come down significantly. So this might be my best last chance to actually exit these positions for a little bit cheaper. Buying these back for 10 grand, that's still kind of brutal. Buying this one back, that's been on for only 10 days, that's kind of brutal as well. But these are not too bad. But of course, I've had these on the least. I'm gonna look and see what the 760s have come down to today. That was December, right? So the 760s are down 30% today, meaning yesterday these were what? Probably 4,500. Yeah, I'm thinking this might be my best chance to exit some of these positions that I was getting wrecked on. Hmm. Let's try. Let's exit one of these at a time. I want to see what happens to my concentration risk and my buying power. Okay. That didn't mess up my margin use all that much. So buying power effect is going to reduce it by $2,000, and this is a $2,000 debit. So that's not too bad. All right, let's close out that one as well. I'm going to pay a little more for it. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this like if this is a dip, then it's a buying opportunity. And it doesn't really matter if I'm buying to open or if I'm buying to close. That's still kind of buying the dip. But at the same time, this has such low days to expiration. I just think that these are still too upside down. Like this is a 7-to-1. I don't like the odds on these. I think I should probably just. Oh, then again, if this is the lowest price that MicroStrategy might potentially be over the next 30 days, then there's no better opportunity for me to close these than right now. I mean, the price could go down to 300, and then this damn thing would be out of the money again. All right, I'm going to try to close this one, see what it tells me about my concentration risk. Well, letting me go through with it. All right, let's walk this up, pay a little more. Okay. Now I am increasing my margin usage again, but not really much. I can tap into about 30 grand worth of debt outside of the market. So this 30 grand of margin doesn't really even count. But these, how many of these do I have? 3? These will be the most painful to close. Let's look and see. $10,000 debit. It hasn't given me the concentration risk error yet. And really, support is more like 320. You could say that support is around 350, 370 if you figure this peak might become support. All right, let's just close all 3 of these. If it'll let me. This little dip kind of caught me off guard. So I was just expecting these to be losers forever. So I had kind of just accepted my fate on these, but let's see. All right. So unfortunately, I'm back up to 60 grand in margin. But I was able to close those at what could be considered a discount. So we'll see. All right, let's take a look at the IRA. Is this going to be a good time to close? Yes, absolutely. So this covered call will actually print about half the money. I'll be able to close this for a 50% discount. However, unfortunately, I don't even have buying power for this. So I'm going to have to buy, excuse me, I think I'm going to have to sell these, what, 2.5 shares, 3 shares? All right, so let's sell 3 shares to even be able to close the damn thing. Oh, it's going to take more than that. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. There we go. Okay. Now I have some buying power in my IRA. So let me close this position for about half of what I sold it for. So I made about 50% profit on this call. And when I sold it, the price was around 400 or something. I can't remember, 420. So I made $1,000 in a week. It's about 2.5%. So that's not too bad. It definitely doesn't make up for the, doesn't make up for this huge dip, but I guess it is kind of the point of selling the covered calls in the first place, right? That's what this is supposed to do. When the price goes down, the covered calls are supposed to help. All right, so let's see what else I got. I've got the 2 leaps, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 covered calls on. They're all kind of, they're all still underwater big time. So I don't think there's anything else I really need to do in this account. All right, let's check out the joint account. I have I have cash here. I'm not even using margin. So that's gotta change, right? Can't have cash. That just doesn't make any sense. So, shit, January. Oh, but I can look at January. What's the cheapest Januaries? $5,000? I don't know if I want to use that much margin. Okay. So can I close a covered call? I've only had this one open for 2 days. Do I just cover it? Use that money to cover this one? Yeah. Take a smaller loss than I could have taken yesterday. That kind of makes sense. Okay, so I'm using just tiny little smidge of margin there. That's fine. I think this is a cash account. I don't know how I managed to do that, but all right, yeah, nothing to do here. These are pretty much all set. The 5K account, man, I was so happy this one was over 30. So just under 30. Let's see here. I have this covered call, but I don't think. Yeah, I sold the 890, right? Poor man's covered call. Huh. I did Sell it for 40 and I can buy it back for 27. And I've only had it open for 1 day. Okay, let's do that. Let's close that. This will probably... Oh shit, I missed the fucking bell. Okay. Well, maybe I'll get another chance to do this tomorrow. All right, I didn't even look to see if we've got chats or any of that shiz. Let's see. BTC Rifle says, anybody here? Just me and you, kid. All right, so I didn't get that in under the bell, which is fine, unless MicroStrategy gaps back up to 450 or something tomorrow. I should be able to close this for a little bit of a profit. So hopefully that was just a little temporary correction. It's the most volatile stock in the stock market, so this type of shit should be expected. It's great when number go up, but all of this leverage when number go down, like no bullshit. I looked at the price and I was like, oh fuck. I checked my portfolio value and it literally dropped by like 25%, the whole damn thing. And yeah, that was pretty wild. But not completely unexpected. And I think in a month or two, we'll probably be grateful for the discount, this little buying opportunity. I'm almost... Wait, did I get rid of all my covered calls on this account? Hell yeah. Okay. That'll work. All right. So, glad that I had been, pairing off margin before this happened. Like, if I still had 6 figures of margin before this happened, that would have been much worse. So, trimming some profits along the way. Glad I was doing that, and glad that most of my long call exposure is, April, December, things like that, and just straight up shares. Long calls for this Friday, for next Friday, that is way too uncertain for me. Just the implied volatility. I mean, if it's 100%, the expectation is that this could go just hundreds of dollars to the upside or the downside. Volatility is vitality, but it does kind of sting when it's to the downside. So CT says Bueller. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to sneak in before the bell. Try to... Damn, Build says blank screen. Yeah, what the fuck? Let me check out my shit here. Says I'm still displaying. But yeah, on YouTube, I'm showing blank. On X, I'm showing blank. Well, I have no idea. I wonder if this was blank the whole time. On Riverside, it shows I'm sharing my screen. So that's going to be unfortunate. All right, well, that's it. Too late to unfuck the black screen if that's the way it was this whole damn time. But as far as I could tell in the stream that I was looking at, it looked fine. So we'll see. Once I download it or export and download the video, maybe it'll actually be there. All right. Be good, y'all.